Spaces where you exit. Keep your head up. Press your foot on the pedal and never let up. If they say that you can't, that's when you get up and stand. Show them you can. Baby, you know you got it. Please don't let nothing stop it. What other option but to? And no matter the hate, just remember you're great. Shout out and say Vanguard for the.
Everyone, I'm your host, Amb Reese, and welcome to another episode of the Amb Perspective. And here, sitting beside me, I have my lovely Auntie Doris. Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Amber. How are you doing?
I'm good. Can't complain. Thank you for coming on to the show and sharing your perspective with the world, with the Amb fam. So you ready to get started?
Sure.
So, Auntie, you are the mother of 4 lovely daughters, but one of them who just happens to be differently abled, and she has autistic, which is my cousin Dominique. So I just kind of wanted to get into, how did you feel when you got the diagnosis that Dominique was autistic?
I know, it's mixed emotions when I got that she was like that. She doesn't look like she has special needs. Just to hear her talk, like babbling, and the way she likes to hold on to her book bag, that's part of the autism in her, is when I noticed. I guess it was kind of devastating to hear something, that was something wrong with your children.
Mm-hmm.
So, all I do is just take one day at a time with it.
So, kind of take me back, because I know I wasn't even thought of there, but for sure, like you said, it was, devastating when you got the news, but once, you got the news, how did you want to moving forward?
I see whatever services was out there to kind of just deal with it. Because when I got the news, because they tell you not to compare. I compare her with my oldest daughter. Part of her, like her development, the different stages, certain things she's supposed to have been doing, and she wasn't doing. Like for her to be walking, she didn't start walking. That was a red flag.
Right. So how old was she when she started walking?
I want to say she was probably around 20 months.
Wow.
Cause that was kind of late.
So, when did you know that it was time to tell the whole family that Dominique especially needs?
I want to say shortly after that, because what led up to her not able to walk, I think it was when I was getting my oldest daughter, Tamira, ready for school. And this is when Dominique was, I don't know how old, she wasn't quite 20 months yet. That's when I noticed she was foaming at the mouth. Right. And that's when she was having the seizures. That's when it all began.
Because she has epilepsy as well, right?
Right. Epilepsy is seizure disorder, and she's developing delay cognitive skills like speech, language.
Right. So what type of autism does she have, if you don't mind me asking?
Offhand, I don't remember. I don't know on the spectrum of the level of the autism she is, but I know she's up there, and I guess it's a combination of stuff.
Right. Because there is 5 different types, because I was Googling it yesterday.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly which one, because I would have to brush more up on it. Mm-hmm. I just know that she's nonverbal and that she can say, ma'am, mama, dada, or cook. That means she wants to eat, or if she wants more. She'll grab your hand to rub her head, or and she does have a strong grip though.
Yes, she does.
And don't let it be that time, boy, because she be woo.
She pretty much knows her wants and needs is
right.
Mainly me channeling and trying to clue in of what she wants
right.
or her needs. And I think I'm doing pretty good now.
Right, because we had a conversation about that a month ago, and you were saying like you're really getting into knowing her
right.
now more than you did back then. Correct. I guess because now that she's getting older, because Dominique's what 34, 35.
She should be 36 January.
Oh, see, I'm gracing you, young girl. Okay, but I mean that's pretty understandable, and mm-hmm. I must commend you for how the way you are as a mother, not only with, Tamira, Renee, and Elise, but especially with her, because you're really one of those type of moms, like, yeah, you might get down, and I'm sure you've had breakdown moments. I'm sure you talked to Mommy and Auntie Carol about it, mm-hmm. but you never waver. She's always by your side, wherever... Mm-hmm. She goes, you go. Wherever you go, she goes. And I love that about you, though.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I've told you that several times. Like, man, if I had that, things would probably be, different. Because I know with parents that have children with special needs, they want to make sure that their child is protected, and right, they want to shield us away from the cold, cruel world. But parents, I'm here to tell y'all, if you have a child that's special needs and that's capable of doing things on their own, teach them in their teens, mm-hmm. so that when they get into their 20s, they know. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying Dominique can't be independent, because she can to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. Because, God forbid, you don't want, if you leave this world and, mm-hmm. Not know nothing. And I'm grateful that I jumped on that bandwagon, because, whew, it was not an easy road. It's not easy. Every day is not going to be a walk in the park. Mm-hmm. Even though what you see on Instagram, Facebook, yeah, it might look like, we in there like swimwear, but if you knew what went on behind the scenes that day, you'd be like, wow, mm-hmm. yeah, it's a lot.
Well, every day is a different day. Everything's it's not going to be the same.
Right. And that comes with, like you said, trial and error. Mm-hmm. So... as Dominique, got older, did you start to have resentment towards the fact that she had a disability and that she wasn't going to be able to experience some of the things that your other children have experienced?
I wouldn't necessarily say I resented. Towards the beginning, I always was questioning, asking God, why me? why is this happening to me? But then, turning around and say, why not me?
Right.
Because I didn't know that she was like this. Because I guess I had a pretty good birth with her.
Right.
So I don't know what caused her to turn out this way, but I love her.
Right. I mean, sometimes, God, He creates us to be a certain way for a reason.
Right.
Even with me and Brittany, because as y'all know, as I've said in some interviews, I had a sister who was special needs and developmentally delayed, and she had seizures as well. And I had cerebral palsy. So for my mom, I know for her, she tried to make sure that, she loved us the best way that she could. There's some things that, she may have felt that she couldn't give, but, I'm just grateful that it could have been a whole lot worse. That's all I'm gonna say when it comes to that, because it's not like me and Brittany or Dominique have it bad, because Dominique is smart.
Yeah.
Dominique is smart. If she wants something, if you ain't moving fast enough, she gonna find a way to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, even with Brittany, things we didn't think she knew.
She knew
how to use a phone. It's like, Brittany, how you know how to use my phone? Well, I seen how you moved it the other day. It's like, girl, it's just so many. It's just so many things, and I hate that society, how the way they doubt, young adults, children with special needs, because what you can do, we can do a little bit differently. We just need a little bit more assistance, or not.
Right.
It's all how we interpret things, and it's all how we do things. Just like, you, Mommy, and Auntie Carol. Y'all are mothers, but y'all have a different way of parenting when it comes to your children.
Right.
So everyone is different, just like every child with special needs is different. Some need a little bit more than others, and that's okay. But I think that even though we're still in 2020, we're still, in the 20s, we're still battling with the need of acceptance, and for kids that have special needs to feel like they're a part of something. Mm-hmm. Like, it's almost like they feel like we need to be locked and institutionalized again. It's like, no, we're here. We're making a mark. Even with me. You know what I'm saying? I knew from an early age, because, Grandpa used to always tell me, you're gonna do great things. And even, Mom and Tim and them, like, you're gonna do great things. You're gonna, I see so many things, in your life, and I'm glad that we were living proof, and Dominique's living proof, that even though life may get down and you may question why God had this for you, we're here for a reason.
Right.
Sometimes to give you more love than, the regular, kid. You know what I mean? So,
right. I think it was already, I want to say that it was kind of planned. Maybe that I wasn't aware. God already had this set up.
Right. It's just like I said, with me and Brittany, you never know. Mm-hmm. But it's all how you take it.
Right. Not all parents, I'm not speaking for them, but I'm sure it's difficult for them, I guess, to accept something, to actually go through it, to get the diagnosis of their situation with their child. Right. It could be devastating, hurt, that they're feeling hurt and upset.
They can have, resentment.
Angry, like, why me? Why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? Mm-hmm. But I learned over the years you can't question God, or saying why me and why this. So I just take it in stride and just take one day at a time.
Right. So when you told, the girls, that Dominique was the way that she is, how did they take it? Like, were they...
At the time, Renee was different. Renee didn't know it because she was younger than Dominique, so it was kind of hard for Renee.
Yeah, to understand.
Right, but Tamira took it okay. She did whatever. It was no difference. I guess she noticed a little bit that she needed a little bit more attention. Tamira was pretty much self-sufficient. She did everything. She was the first one. So I kind of, let's say I molded her, but kind of did everything for her. Right. For her learning, so she was pretty much know how to do stuff herself. Right. So it was basically me dealing with Dominique, and then Renee was the next one. Right. So it was hard, but I managed. by me being in these different programs from birth to 3,
Mm-hmm.
which I got educated from the different services I was getting. So I want to say thank you for those people at the time when I was going through like birth to 3, and then when she outgrew that, different services. So that's what helped me.
Right. And for those that don't know what Birth to 3 is, Birth to 3 is a program where it's basically like, I would say it's like daycare, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's like daycare, you know, from when you're a baby to 3 years old.
Right.
It's basically for children who have special needs. I know it because I went through it.
Right. I guess it's more like for different areas that you might be lacking in, or if you might need help. Part of their, I want to say, part of their development.
Right.
That's what they're there for, to help, for them to get better.
Yeah, because there's, I think, because you do speech, you do physical therapy if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
There's all different sorts of things. And they kind of do it like school, too, because you get to eat lunch.
Right.
So, because I remember, you know, Mommy, well, not really remember, but I know Mommy would pack, you know, my lunch and stuff, and I would take the bus over there. And I'd only be for a little while, and then I come right back home.
Right.
Yeah, because actually, that's where I met Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he stole my pretzels. Because listen, if you know how Mommy, you know, cook and stuff, so our lunch bags, I mean, even though they were sandwiches and, you know, applesauces and juices and waters, it was nothing short of immaculate. So when he just happened to see my lunch bag, he probably just looked and was like, this girl eats good. Like, oh my God. I'll mind you, I'm not even paying attention. I just happen to see a little hand just go. And I'm like, he's like, shh, don't cry. He's like, I'll give you some. How you gonna give me some of my pretzels? Like, really? So I'm just like, really? But that's how we became friends, you know? So, I mean, growing up, I just knew that you have cerebral palsy, but you can still have fun. You could bring the fun to you. Mm-hmm. Did that mean kids accept me? Some did, some didn't. You know, because as you know, Auntie, I was as smart as a whip, so nobody really was trying to be cool with me, because it's like, I was the nerd, but I was also cool. Mm-hmm. But I could be in a room, like, with everybody.
Right.
So, in my younger days, I wouldn't say, I did get teased a little bit, but all I had to do was just call Mommy, and she come up to the school and handle that. So, it wasn't like kids, because I didn't play that. And like, no, I'm not here to be bullied every day or feel uncomfortable. Right. So, if that's the case, we could bring the parents, because I don't mind bringing mine, especially when she would come up in the uniform. It's like, come up in the uniform, let them see you not playing. But I do remember. Now I know, because school for me was a little bit different for Dominique. So how did you feel, like, you know, sending her to school and, you know, having to deal with all of that, and teachers and aides, because not everybody is nice, and not everybody is understanding. So, how was that for you?
I really couldn't say I really experienced any, like, people that didn't like her. I just got nothing but love from the people there, working with Dominique, the different programs she was in. Because I think she was supposed to have been, when I first moved back home, it took a while before she got into something. I guess she had to see a doctor first.
Right.
Then when they put her in, even though we lived where Harding was, I guess, like, considered special ed, but she didn't need that special ed. I think it's different than what Dominique was in. So I want to say she went to Central. I forgot what school, because it was like downstairs, and they found out that wasn't the place she needed to be. So that's when she went to St. Vincent Special Need, and that's where it started off for her. She was doing well. I guess was kind of put them in groups to the degree how maybe if the person's severe, not severe, or high functioning, whatever.
So is it like the Kennedy Center? Because Brittany had to like.
I want to say it's like the Kennedy Center. Goodwill she goes to is similar to like the Kennedy Center, but St. Vincent Special Need, I guess they actually have their services there, like speech, language, OP, like PT, physical therapist, and occupational therapy. So everything that she needed was right there. So it was really good because they have like everything structured from the time she came in, whatever time from 8 to 3, everything was structured.
Right. So what do you hope that people take away from Dominique?
They're gonna see that she's very loving, she's caring. I mean, she's loving. She likes her head to be rubbed.
She loves food.
Yes.
So if you know how to cook, bring it on in.
Yeah, because she says cook is the another word for food. It's just like, I guess, I know the sign language is for cookie, but cookie for her is also not necessarily a cookie to eat, but relating to food.
Right. Well, we know that because we've been around her. Because I've seen it firsthand. Because if she smells food, it's like cook. Be like, but Dominique, you just ate. But like I wasn't. But she eats.
Right.
I'm not knocking that because our family, we some eaters, so
right.
It's a beautiful thing to see. So yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm just glad that she's in my life. I wouldn't have her any other way. I know she is teachable. It's just repetition, doing things routine. She catches on.
Right. I mean, me personally, watching her and Brittany over the years, especially now with Brittany being gone, but I feel like the one thing I could take away from Dominique and from Brittany is to never give up, even when days look low and there's days where I want to rip my hair out, or I get frustrated, or the day may not go as planned. Don't give up. Even my whole journey within itself, like I didn't go to college after I went to after I graduated high school. I wanted to go to journalism school. I have big dreams of being on Channel 7, but look at God. Look at what I'm doing now. So, in a way, it's still being able to honor that dream. I just took a different path.
Right.
So, for me, it's been an honor to, see her grow, see her evolve. And, I'm just proud to be, her cousin. And to just be able to, teach the next generation that's coming up, what disability is and what stigma people may have put in place for it, but to also show them that, you're not none of these things. Because a disability can happen, let's be honest, it can happen to you later in life, it can happen to you at birth, it can happen, later on. So I feel that, society needs to get with it because we're here to stay. We're not toys. We're not something you could put on a shelf. We're human beings. We love. It's just differently. I wish that people could see how beautiful children with different abilities are. So, well, we have 5 minutes, but Auntie, do you have any questions for me, or would you like to say anything?
No.
Okay. Well, Auntie, again, I just want to say thank you for coming on and sharing Dominique's story with the Amb fam, and I greatly appreciate you for all that you do because, I know you may not hear this all the time, but you're a good mother. You know, you're a good aunt. You know, don't let nobody tell you differently. Because I've seen you work hard and strive with them, from your children to even your grandchildren. So keep doing what you're doing, and I love you.
I love you too. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And, you know, in case if you want to do a part 2, I'm here. You know?
Okay, just let me know.
Alright, if you want to bring the whole gang, you know, I'm here. So, just want to say thanks again. And thank you guys for watching. That wraps up today's episode of the Amb Perspective. And I just want to say I hope and pray that what you guys take away as from every episode is you can do anything you put your mind to, regardless if you're differently able or not. Bye, y'all.
Okay.
That was actually a good one.
That was a good one.
Wasn't as